Breaking news. Mosby Arts Theatre has burnt down. Finally, we have some freedom from those freaks. This is a test. This is not real. This mic is not even working. Because you can't hear anything. Alrighty. Cut! Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. Mosong 101. I'm kidding, sorry. It's good to be back, guys. Good to be back. I haven't done this in a while. So, I'm a little sketchy or rusty, should I say. But, yeah, I'm back at where I used to be, which is nice. I'm not sure if you can see me properly with my head like this. I should probably wear it like that. But yeah, welcome back to the MK Yoba podcast. Roll that intro. It's been a while. What do I talk about? Actually, we talk about anything on this podcast, right? Wait, I should listen to myself and talk. You see, the problem is, like, when I listen to myself and I talk, it gets kind of weird. So, because I ramble a lot. And I give myself a headache to cut it off. But anyway, it's been a really... Oh, man. But anyway, this is the most song. Shout out to my boy Jack, if you're watching. I don't know if you watch my stuff, but if you do, bro, the hats, man, top-notch stuff. I love flex fits. It's just, it works. You know, like indoors, outdoors. It just works. So shout out to him. If you want to grab a hat like this, let me know. I think he has a few like limited editions, like 250 of those in Port Moresby right now. So if you want one, let me know so I can let him know. Just an update, man. It's been so like I have not even done a podcast in like a month because I had like a bunch of client stuff to do, and like man, my personal life was also in like a turmoil situation. Let's not get into the details because I don't want people to think, but the bottom line is I don't have all my shit together. All right, like I started this journey thinking it was all gonna be easy, not realizing that the mental strain and the constant. Let's just say the devil works harder on you when you're on the right path. Because things tend to get harder when good things are about to happen. So a bunch of good things happen, a bunch of worse shit happens. I kind of went astray from my journey as like better mental health, that is. And yeah, but I struggle, man. I struggle every day and everyone struggles. So it's okay to like have setbacks, I guess, because it's mandatory. It has like it's bound to happen if you're like a person trying to better yourself. And anyway, this just went dark. Not about that, but the good thing is you recognize that you have made mistakes. You're trying to better yourself, and of course you'll keep making those mistakes. And you have to learn from those mistakes, because if you don't learn from those mistakes, that's where you're stuck in that loop of, relapsing. So yeah, I'm trying to overcome that because personally I relapse a lot, and it's a challenge, and I'm trying to figure it out on my own. But yeah, the fitness journey. If I'm giving updates. So the fitness journey, I have taken upon a new trainer, or at least started with the trainer. His name's Eric. He's a great man. He has taught me a lot of things in the past 2 weeks that I've trained with him, and I actually feel a lot better. Like there's not a lot of stress that I put on my body. Training with him as much as like training by myself. I kind of do the trainings in a slightly wrong way, because obviously when you train by yourself, you don't know what you're doing, so you just seeing the stuff on the internet and then applying it. But it's always good to have a professional help you out, show you the ropes, until you get to a stage where like you can do stuff on your own. Then it's all good, man. It's all good. But anyway, just an update on that. I just wanted to talk a little bit about like um, if you're trying to start out and on this journey to like better yourself, there will always be obstacles that you will face, especially in the beginning and when things are starting to progress, because you have that early moments of what I like to call beginner's luck, where when you do something, the universe sort of feeds off your energy and then it gives you back that positive response, and then that one negative thing that hits you really hard and kind of throws you off. That's what happened to me personally, and then some client work just came in, and I was not in the correct mental state, so I kind of floundered a little bit, especially off my journaling and my self talk and monitoring my thoughts. Because it's an interesting thing if you think about it. Like, you don't monitor your thoughts regularly, as like you do it but unknowingly, right? But if you know that you're trying to monitor your thoughts, that is a different thing. That's like you becoming more self-aware, and that's what self-awareness is all about. It's like knowing that you know something. It's really trippy. It gets in your head sometimes. But just try the trick. I try to do is like I try not to being think about thinking about it, right? So I wanted to do it naturally, like make it become part of who I am, part of my character, I say. Because like I'm trying to rebuild myself, right? Because like who I was, I'm gonna say who I was because I'm not that person anymore. Who I was like an accumulation of all my past decisions and my choices that led to where I am now, right? And for me to change that, obviously, I have to cut some things off, cut corners. Shit happens, man. Like I can't. It's the one thing you have to do when you like, especially if you're starting out, trying to get better up here, is that you accept the things that you can control, and you, dear Lord, give me the strength to accept the things that I cannot control and to change the things that I can control. Yes. So it's like a prayer. I think it's in a Bible somewhere, but I'm not sure where. But yeah, like it is what it is. It is what it is mentality. You can't control everything in your life, especially some things. Like someone dying. You don't have power over that. Like accidents do happen, but maybe like it's fate. I don't know. It's just maybe that is not a great analogy to put it, but anyway, you get it, right? You get it. But I'm going off track here. What I'm trying to say is, guys, like it's okay to make mistakes. Just don't beat yourself up about it. Like when you make mistakes, just pull back, have a self-reflective moment, and really talk with yourself. Like, why did this happen? And ask yourself questions. Write down those questions. Try to answer those questions, and that's what I did. And then I found out that a lot of the things that I was beating myself up about, I had no control over, and that I was just overthinking. And that's one of the things that I struggle with most is overthinking. If I'm gonna especially doing what I do, creating content, and it's not nice to overthink when you're trying to be a content creator and you're trying to push minds, elevate people. Like it's just when you overthink, you get so in your head that it sets you down. And the interesting thing, when I started talking with myself and asking myself questions, I found out that when I talk, like when I say things out loud and when I blurt it out, it's sort of like frees up. Tom Bilyeu said this. When you write it down, you sort of put it into perspective instead of it being in your head and being all muddied up. Because then you get a clear outcome, or you get a clear view of what it is what you're thinking of, if that makes sense. But think about this, for example. Like if you're thinking about something, just try to write about what you're thinking about. Just write it down on a piece of paper or phone or whatever. Just write it somewhere, and then you read it back to you, and then you talk, or just talk to a friend about it. My process is I write it down or I talk about this like on the podcast, and I haven't been doing that lately, and that sort of like messed me up because I find that like doing this like you're watching this when I post it, but like me talking to the camera is like therapy for me in a weird way. It's like I'm taking everything that I have in here, my ideas, my thoughts about everything, my future, my past, and then just openly talking about it, like having that candid conversation. Being it not scripted is just, it's just the way I'm okay with it, like I like to say, I like to think that I'm an open book and I have nothing to be ashamed of, but that's not completely true. There's a lot of things that I don't want to talk about and I'm ashamed of, and that's okay. Like everybody has their own secrets, it's not like I'm gonna blurt out every dirty secret. I'm a nasty person. What can I say? It's in my nature. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, guys, just take it easy on yourself. Don't overthink. If you struggle like me and you overthink, just start journaling. And you might think that journaling is like, oh, it's a white people thing. I don't want to do that. But trust me, it works. Like it really helps you clear your thoughts, because your head is there's a lot of things. It's like organizing your files on a computer, right? You have too much files in the computer. It's going to slow your memory down. It's going to chew up your RAM. You're not going to function properly. So when you put it down on paper, you're clearing up space. You're defragmenting. So defragment. Don't forget defragment, man. And yeah, I think that's about it for this video, I guess. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you all. I will see you in the next video. All right, peace.